everyone to our very first episode of Messy to Minimal. I hope you guys are excited to come along with me on this journey over the next year or however long it takes me. My plan is to go through room by room in my house and purge about 20% of our belongings. And this is not like my journey to minimalism or anything like that. This is just me finding a good way to have a path for things to leave. I watch a lot of different YouTubers, but First Coffee, if you guys watch her here on YouTube, she talks about how we have all these paths of ways that things come into our house, mail, hand-me-downs, things like that, but we don't have very many ways for things to leave our home. And so I am trying to institute some paths for things to leave my home when things are no longer serving me and are just kind of cluttering up my space. We moved into this house, which is bigger than our old house, and it feels smaller. Does that make sense? It's kind of weird. Anyways, we have one less bedroom, but we have the back half of our house, which we didn't have at the other house. Anyways, it's kind of weird. Either way, I was inspired by Natalie Bennett here on YouTube. She does a Messy to Minimal series, and she did it 3 years ago where she went through their 1,100 square foot house. And then now, 3 years later, she started again this new year, and she is doing that. So I'm kind of following along with her and watching while I am doing my own decluttering. But I'm taking a very different approach. I have broken my house into zones. And you guys know that I have my house broken into zones for my cleaning. But I want to use the zones to try to guide my decluttering process. So to start out, in the month of January, I am going to declutter zone 1. And zone 1 is my kitchen, where I'm standing right now. So there are 4 weeks in the month, obviously. Except for next month, that's gonna be fun. Anyways, I am going to break the room into 4 sections. So each week I will be working on one section. That way, it's not like, here's my decluttering day for the month, and then I just spend a whole month decluttering. I want it to be more like an intentional process. I want to be extremely intentional about the items that remain in my home, what I bring into my home, what I send away from my home. I want to be very intentional about these things. And I want to be purposeful with what I am using and what I'm not using. Do you know what I mean? So, this week, in this video, right now, we're going to declutter probably all, of section 1 of zone 1. So I've broken my zone 1 into 4 sections, and I've basically done this side of the room. I've taken this side of the room and cut it in half. So I have 1, 2, 3, and then 4 is my fridge, because the top of my fridge is a mini pantry, and I don't want that. So I'm going to go ahead and deal with that. And then I've also lumped in my island in my section 4. So section 1 is going to be the space next to and around my oven. This is the hub of my kitchen. I spend the most time standing right here next to my stove, cooking, making things, baking, whatever. So I need this space to function, to flow, to not be cluttered, to not be messy, and it's been nothing but that since we moved in. So that's my plan, is to start there today after lunch, but that's my plan, is to start there today. So I hope you're excited to come with me on my journey of messy to minimal. So let's go. Alright, we're going to start off decluttering with this half of the kitchen, and we're going to start with this bottom cabinet and drawer. I think everything in here I'm keeping. It's all my small appliances. My food processor, crock pot, waffle maker, toaster, handheld mixer, can opener, and my chopper and my quesadilla maker. So all that can stay. So moving on to this drawer. These are things Naomi used in feeding therapy, so we don't need to keep these. Some chocolates. This candle. These are the clips for a shelf in the cabinet. We'll keep those. A knife sharpener I never use, so that guy can go. Bunch of cozies, or koozies, or whatever you want to call them. Don't need these. This is a pacifier case. Ella doesn't use pacifiers, so I'm actually going to take this out of here and put it into the baby bin in case a future baby would use a pacifier. I'm going to get rid of this one because I never use it, and I have this one and I prefer this one. I literally never use these spoons, like never. I feel like I could do without these because I have these. These came with my Foreman, and I don't even have my Foreman anymore, so. Orange peeler, all that. Okay, I bought this and I never use it. It's a garlic mincer. I literally never use it, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get rid of that guy. Here we go. Well, that was not too bad. Let's see what's back here. Oh, a real funnel. Skewers. I bought these to make some kind of a craft once and never used them, so I'm just gonna get rid of them. Not bad. Not bad at all. Moving up to this cabinet. Honestly, this is a bottle warmer. I never use it. Ella doesn't take bottles, and I breastfeed, so I'm actually just gonna go ahead and declutter this too. It's from my room. I don't know what I was doing with this out here. Get this open. Now this is a pantry cabinet, so it is mostly food. So I'm just gonna look really quick and see what food is expired and unnecessary that we can pull out. Never use this. Bought these to make one recipe and never use them again. Pasta, I use all the time. Flour, rice. This is pancake mix. And a refill of the pancake mix. Pop-Tarts that are really old. Oh, they have another month. I'll hang on to them and see if we eat them. If not, they're getting tossed. I'm actually, oh my. I have a thing of sprinkles to go up here. Some multicolored sprinkles. So that's another cabinet done. And I got rid of 3 things. Alright, next I want to go ahead and do this drawer under my stove. I've got my cookie sheets and I've got some pizza pans. My mom gave me this and I never use it, so I'm going to ask her if she wants it. And if she does, I'll keep it. If not, I will give it away. Cooling rack. I have a black cooling rack that has the grid that I use. I really just don't use this one. So I'm probably gonna go ahead and get rid of this one. Then let's see. So here I have my like giant pizza pans that make like big pizzas. And those would make a lot of pizza. Another cookie sheet. So, stick those in there and put these on top. And that's that drawer done. Now as we move on to this, all of this is new. All of my canning stuff I just got. So that can all stay up there, and that's my roaster. Right there next to the canning stuff, my roaster. So that can stay up there. But I'm going to go ahead and do those top 2 cabinets above the microwave. I think that's good. And then the next part of section 1 is this other pantry cabinet, which has way more food, and this set of drawers. And then from there on begins section 2, which will be next week's video. Go ahead and get into those little small ones up there. I know that there is a Ninja Bullet up there that I'm going to declutter because we have a new one. So I'm going to put the new one up there. So I have cookie cutters. I have a steamer sanitizer. I want to keep this just because I do have plans. We do have plans to have more kids and I might need this. So I'm going to keep it. But the magic bullet is coming down because we have a Ninja Bullet now. So we don't need the magic one. Oh, and this chopper. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this chopper. Because I have one down there that I like better. Cookie cutters are great in theory. I just don't use them. Not like I thought I would. So I don't know how much I want to hang on to these cookie cutters. I'm going to keep them for one more season and see if I will still have not used them by next year. Then they need to go. And I am going to move them mostly over here. I can make some Valentine's ones and some Easter ones. Looks like I have some bunnies. Alright, that's this door handled. It's very, very nice. Ooh. Whoa, oh my gosh, these cups are huge. I love that they have the measuring stuff on the side. We might have to make some milkshakes tonight. Oh, and this one has like a sip. That's cute. I love that. Very, very nice. Very nice. Are you a good distraction? Let's take care of all this trash. I'll tell you what, that box has been sitting on my floor over there for probably 2 months. So it feels good to finally get it put away. Get these washed up and good to go. And I'm pretty sure all of these are dishwasher safe. Doesn't say. I'll have to read the instructions. Perfect. Alright, let's do these drawers. Try to get you guys a good angle to see. These are all of my skillets. So those can stay. These are all of my pots and skillets. So I'm gonna leave those. This drawer needs some help. So these are all my Christmas towels. So I'm gonna leave them in here for right now, but I will be switching them out very, very soon. Like all of these Christmas pot holders. Honestly, I just have a stupid amount of pot holders. Like, I don't need all of these pot holders. I honestly just truly use these guys the most. And this random set of flat ones. That's what I use the most. So I think I'm just gonna hang on to these yellow ones and these. And then my set of gray ones. And I'm not gonna worry about seasonal ones. So this stresses me out. Alright, that feels good. Let's get rid of these. Alright, moving on, I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this cabinet. And like I said before, these are pantry cabinets. So I have all my food stuff in here. So mostly I think there's some canned things I'm gonna pull out and get rid of. But other than that, most of that stuff is staying. So let's pull everything out and take a look. I've had these for far too long. I'm sure they're expired. Oh yeah, these are no good. So I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of these. And then I think I'm gonna use this basket for my muffins. Actually, I'm gonna see if I can get this pasta in that other cabinet over there.
this hard. Now I'm just wondering where we are. I don't wanna face the consequences, but baby, yeah, you know I hate second guessing. I'm just wondering where we are. Drifting into space, keep driving on the freeway. Baby, let me know what you are thinking. Baby, let me know what you are thinking. Overthinking out there in the clouds, drifting on and there for hours. Lately I've been trying to figure out, wonder if you're ever coming down, ever coming down. Look at me the way you do, keep giving myself into you. You know that I hate this part, surprised we ever got this far. We did go through all the circumstances, but baby, yeah, you know I hate second chances. Surprised we ever got this far.
Just from cleaning out expired food alone, I cleaned out like a shelf and a half. What? That's so great. Perfect. All right, let's do that. I'm warm. I worked up a sweat doing that. But anyways, section 1 is completely done. That was really good. I filled a box. Here, I'll show you. Filled a box of stuff I'm getting rid of, so that's really good. And I feel really good about it. I feel really good about getting rid of things that I'm not using, things that I'm not needing. But I'm not being rash. I'm not being like, yeah, I don't need that, I don't need that, I don't need that. I'm kind of like taking my time with it and being like, I don't really use that, I don't really use this. Oh, it just occurred to me that in this section would also be my tools crock. So I'm gonna go ahead and go through that while we talk. But I really thought that this whole process was gonna be a lot harder, and that I was gonna have a harder time letting go of things, and that I wouldn't really have anything to get rid of, and that I would find a reason to keep everything pretty much. And that just hasn't been the case. I've been able to get rid of quite a bit, and I'm kind of impressed with myself. So yeah, it feels really good. It feels really awesome. And I got rid of some tools that I don't use. So that'll be great. Don't worry, Mom. I kept some wooden stuff. But I hope you guys enjoyed this first installment of Messy to Minimal. I am working through this process of getting our whole house pared down and just the bare necessities, what we really need to live and function, and what is going to serve us best, and how to get this house into the shape that I want it to be in, where it's easy for me to maintain and I don't feel like I'm struggling to find a place to bring something into our home. I shouldn't have to struggle to figure out where in the world am I going to put my rice when I bring it home. I should have a place for that, and a sensible place for it to live, where it should go, all of those things. So yeah, I hope you guys are excited and ready to come with me on this journey of decluttering our house, and I will see you guys soon with our clean with me from me and everybody else in my house. Goodbye.